Dating Diamonds presents Dating Course from First Date to Soulmate. Manage your first impression, date your right man, talk your way into his heart. Patricia Fuqua, MA, relationship consultant and mentor. Here's the video introduction to Terry and Patricia Fuqua. I invite you to listen for how I managed my first impression, dated my right man, talked my way into his heart.
One night I had an invitation to go to a party. My roommate said I was too boring and she wanted me to go out. So I did. I got dressed and I started to get this really interesting feeling that it was going to be an important party. So I dressed really well for it, and when I got there, I was working the room, just talking to all these wonderful guys, because it was a frat party, and there were just, 5 guys to 1 woman. I was talking to somebody else when the room's energy started to change. And so I looked over my shoulder to see what was different. And Terry had just stepped into the room. He just stepped over the threshold. And the thoughts in my mind were, oh, there's my husband.
We were going out for a while.
5 years.
Was it 5 years? And it was one of those, I was just going along and everything was, I thought it was pretty cool until, you got one of those, we need to talk. And it's like, oh, Jesus, no, we need to talk, what is that? And basically she just said to me, where's this going? Oh. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I get what you're saying. And I said, why don't we get married? Maybe we should get married then. And she said, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And I thought, hey, that's cool. I mean, I'll go with that. But I was just kind of going along, and it was like, I hadn't given it a thought.
Who is Patricia Fuqua? Relationship consultant specializing in second, third, or fourth time around relationships. Mentor to 500 plus women for a soulmate relationship with the right man. Bestseller author of Second Time Around, How to Date Your Right Man Blueprint. Relationship artist in a 40-year marriage to Terry. My goal from this web class: the only way for women to meet the good men is to use your personal Date Your Right Man blueprint to develop a soulmate relationship. The only way to do that is through a Dating the Right Man strategy call. I live a charmed life now, but it wasn't always this way. When I discovered that I could choose to appreciate just the great things about my relationship, I became happier. I decided to share how to do this with other women who wanted a soulmate relationship too. That's when I wrote the bestseller Second Time Around, How to Date Your Right Man Blueprint. How does this apply to you? This discovery to focus on what makes me happy empowered me to appreciate my good fortune. I want other women to realize that they too can decide to be happy by using a proven empowering strategy before you date, so you can attract a man who talks, acts, and thinks in a way that makes it easy to love and enjoy. Not only has this worked for me, but here's a story about Danny, who was on this same webinar recently, and look at the transformation she's had in just 6 short months. Danny used my guided meditation to attract the right man to join her at a restaurant table. The first one looked a bit confused. The second one nodded to her. The third one asked to join her for a drink. What we'll cover: secret number 1, how to date only the right man. Secret number 2, how to manage your first impression to attract your right man. Secret number 3, how to talk your way into the right man's heart. How to date only the right man. Define your right man before you date. Some women might think, I don't understand how defining the right man will work for me. Let me give you a quick example. If you don't know who you're looking for, you'll never find him. It's like if you don't know what a needle looks like, you won't recognize it in a haystack, even if you prick your finger on it. When I met Terry, his look, his attitude, his voice told me that he was who I really wanted. When I first met Terry, I felt like I'd come home. You get to decide what you want to see, feel, and know when you first meet the right man. Secret number one, you might also be thinking, how do you find out what you really want to experience the second time around? I have a plethora of tools that help you clarify the man and the relationship you desire to experience. If you don't understand how learning the Meet the Right Man blueprint program will help you meet the right man, if you've been thinking all the good men are married to my friends or dead, Cindy thought the same thing until she used the Date Your Right Man blueprint to meet her soulmate in Las Vegas at the Caesars Palace. They've been together for 10 years. The truth. The best way to recognize your good man is to define him for yourself first. Secret number two, how to manage your first impression to attract your right man. Ramona met and attracted her soulmate and didn't know it. After learning the Date Your Right Man blueprint, she decided to renew their acquaintance. They've been together 5 years. Many women think, I'm not in a hurry because there's plenty of time to grow on the right man. It takes about 7 seconds to make a favorable first impression. We decide to know more about someone based on their look at 55%, their attitude at 35%, and their actual words 10%. Research says we make judgments about people based on how they look, their attitude, and then the actual words they speak. George invited lovely Helen to meet him at a fancy French bar for the first time. He wore cutoffs, tinny shoes with no socks, and a graphic t-shirt. When she sneered at George's appearance in an annoyed tone, he said, "You want to sit down?" Helen said, "I'm going to go check out a sale down the street," then left him sitting there alone. I was sitting nearby, and George asked me, "Women, what was that about?" Gently, I informed him that he should have been dressed in long pants and a nice shirt with socks to meet her for the first time, so she could have a favorable first impression. He said, "Oh, I think I learned something." These examples prove how little time is available for a first impression. It is the all-important pivot point for going toward or away from someone. Some women might also think, a man should love me for my character, not my looks. You're right, and it's your look that first attracts his attention, so he'll approach you to find out about your wonderful character. If you say, I'm not a model though, your right man doesn't want a model thin woman. He admires your curves. The truth is, you only get 7 seconds to make a favorable first impression. That's the natural order of first impressions: looks, attitude, and then the words you speak. You have control over how you present your best self, so your right man feels your invitation to approach you. Secret number 3, how to talk your way into the right man's heart. Have you heard of conversation starters? Some ladies say, I don't know how to talk to men anymore. Let me explain. Just make it about him as you find out if you want a second date. Beautiful Henrietta's dating experience with conversational skills. Before conversational skills, she made the conversations about herself. She had first dates. After conversational skills, she made the conversations about him. She had second and third dates. Some people also think, how do you prioritize an arm's length list? Choose your top 3 values. If you're on this webinar, they will probably be about spirituality, family, and finances. Your conversation will be about your top 3 values, so you'll know if you want another date. Secret 3, how to talk your way into a man's heart. Know your values. Choose topics that find out what he values most. Find out if his values are similar to yours and will bring you a peaceful life together. The truth. Make your conversations find out if he has similar priorities in life. Similar values are the glue that hold relationships together. We've covered secret number 1, how to date only the right men. Secret number 2, How to manage your first impression to attract your right man. Secret number 3, how to talk your way into the right man's heart. Introducing the 30-minute Date Your Right Man strategy call. How to solve the problem of how to meet and attract the right man the second, third, or fourth time around. The 30-minute Date Your Right Man strategy call is all about defining your right man, getting your empowered personal strategy to meet your right man, deciding if you and Patricia Fuqua are the team to help you meet the man you really want. Here's what you get: How to Meet the Right Man Blueprint. In the 10-week Date Your Right Man Blueprint, we start with a foundational lesson that focuses on the secrets that make the program work for you. We end on a lesson that wraps up your unique strategy. There are significant self-study lessons in between that create your How to Date Your Right Man Blueprint. You get a lesson and then a live call with the relationship consultant to personalize the strategy. With me as your accountability partner, you set your relationship goal, then create and practice a plan that lasts for the rest of your dating life. Here's the proof. I've written a bestseller called Second Time Around: How to Date Your Right Man Blueprint. It is a case study of my all-time favorite client who used the Date Your Right Man Blueprint with great success. Who this works for: women who want a long-term relationship with the right man the second, the third, or the fourth time around, women who are tired of dating the wrong men and feeling like they're searching for a needle in a haystack, women who've launched their children to college or a career, women who want babies with a husband, men who desire to be the right man. The number one reason why people don't get started. You might be thinking you can't get started because you have to invest in house repair, parent care, or college cost. Here's why that's a mistake that will hold you back from success. You can do both at the same time. Take care of your loved ones and your love life. It requires some creativity, but it is done every day. You, too, deserve to have your needs met. But first, you must care enough about how you feel. Here's what you're going to get: 10 live calls to personalize your first date to soulmate strategy. 10 week Date Your Right Man Blueprint. You also get these tools: your first date to soulmate principles that help you stay the course until you confidently meet your right man. You'll get the 7 power principles that take you from first date to soulmate, and 10 live calls to help personalize your How to Date Your Right Man Blueprint. Plus, Patricia Fuqua is your accountability partner. That helps keep you focused on what you desire in a relationship. With these tools, you'll be able to feel your all-important confidence grow, know that there is a right man for you, know how to talk to a first date to determine if you want a second date or more, know how to save time and enjoy any date as preparation for the right man. With these tools, you can get rid of that powerless and frustrated feeling that comes when you only meet men who don't share your values, when they won't tell you what they want, and when they say one thing and do another. Problem solved. I didn't know how to communicate with a date to find out what values we shared and if he did what he said. So I had to create a graceful way for myself to meet Mr. Right. My mission is to support 10,000 plus women to bring more love into their lives with the Dating the Right Man Blueprint. This will save you a ton of time and money. Hope Caldwell's email said, "After 2 painful divorces, I desperately wanted the love and respect that I deserved. Then I met Elias, and we completed each other's sentences that first evening in November. By February, we married. I love your program, Patricia. You might be thinking you can't use these tools because you are very different from most women and your circumstances are too. That's why you attend the live calls to personalize a classy plan for your needs. Mary Lou told me in the grocery store, Patricia, he grew on me just like you said he would. After 7 months of courting, I went out with him. Now we're planning to build a house together. Thank you so much. You'll get the 7 power principles that take you from first date to soulmate and 10 live calls to help you personalize your How to Date Your Right Man blueprint. Plus, Patricia Fuqua is your accountability partner. That helps keep you focused on what you desire now in relationship. What you're going to get: 10-week Date Your Right Man blueprint, 7 power principles that take you from first date to soulmate, and 10 live calls to help you personalize your How to Date Your Right Man blueprint. Patricia Fuqua is your accountability partner. That helps keep you focused on what you desire now in relationship.
Patricia's technique in the class. She explained everything very succinctly and on point, and then she stopped and let other people talk. And I think that's an incredible strength for someone teaching a class.
When the client comes to me, we have to sit down and have a good conversation to find out who they are and what they want. And then they can go into the seminar, they can do the e-course, they can do matchmaking online. I support them in whatever level they want to use to meet their one.
Using the dating process that Patricia taught in her class, I feel really grounded and rooted in who I am and what makes me fabulous and special and attractive to my soulmate. And I feel really empowered to be able to take the tools and learnings and connect with the love of my life.
You also get bonus gifts that empower you to focus on the type of man you desire now in a long-term relationship the second, third, or fourth time around. The Character Code Quiz, first 40 only. This is a personality quiz that helps you read a man's character quickly before he talks to you. I had to go through several years of research and $50,000 to get this. But you won't have to because I'm giving it to you, so you'll have a compatibility assessment at your fingertips. This is going to make it faster and easier for you to recognize your right man. How? Because it sharpens your senses so you can see, feel, and hear definite clues and facts about his character before you hear his words. You might be thinking you can't use this because you're not good at reading men. Here's why that's not true and will hold you back from success. Just like everyone else, you form your opinions based on your senses. We increase your awareness of what you are sensing with your eyes and ears and inner mind. Character Code Quiz allows you to see if he is a real man who gives up one-night stands for you because he can't stand one night without you. You're going to get 10-week Date Your Right Man blueprint, 7 power principles that take you from first date to soulmate, and 10 live calls to help you personalize your How to Date Your Right Man blueprint. Patricia Fuqua is your accountability partner. That helps keep you focused on what you desire in relationship, plus the Character Code Quiz. You also get so much more. You will feel inspired and have the courage to meet your dream man and create a relationship filled with harmony. Guided meditation, dating secrets, mindset management hacks, conversational starters, managing the all-important first impression, growing your confidence. I locked myself in my study for months and wrote the bestseller, second time around, The How to Date Your Right Man Blueprint. But you won't have to because I'm giving you tools in the book to increase your confidence and recognize your right man. Guided meditation, dating secrets, mindset management hacks, conversational starters, managing the all important first impression, growing your confidence. This is going to make it faster and easier for you to meet the right man. How? Because those who have a plan increase their success 99%. Guided meditation, dating secrets, mindset management hacks, conversational starters, managing the all important first impression, growing your self confidence. You might be thinking you can't use this because you don't know where the good men are. Here's why that's not true and will hold you back from success. You only need one man. You can attract him with the help of your accountability partner. Please don't let the disappointments of the past dictate your future. Guided meditation, dating secrets, mindset management hacks, conversational starters, managing the all important first impression, growing your confidence. Don't you just love the convenience of all this information in one place? You're going to get 10-week Date Your Right Man blueprint. You'll get the 7 power principles that take you from first date to soulmate, and 10 live calls to help you personalize your dating blueprint. Plus, the character code quiz, guided meditation, dating secrets, mindset management hacks, conversational starters, managing the all important first impression, growing your confidence. Be that strong woman who looks a challenge in the eye and gives it a wink. You also get some additional bonus tools to support you from first date to soulmate the second, third, or fourth time around. Instant manage your first impression hacks. How to stay ready so you don't have to get ready in a way you might not have thought of before. Instant manage your first impression hacks. I had to go through kissing frogs and disappointing dates to get these hacks, but you won't have to because I'm giving you a proven plan to keep near your bedside. These first impression hacks help you know what to think, do, and say to attract your compatible dates. Instant manage your first impression hacks. This is going to make it faster and easier for you to have that long-term relationship because you'll know what to do, say, even before you meet the right man. You might be thinking you can't use this because you feel guilty about your dating. Here's why that's not true and will hold you back from success. Guilt keeps you stuck. Optimism moves you forward. Be the woman whose stunning first impression invites a man to consider love at first sight. You're going to get 10-week Date Your Right Man blueprint, 7 power principles, and 10 live calls. Patricia Fuqua is your accountability partner. The character code quiz, guided meditation, dating secrets, mindset management hacks, conversational starters, managing the all important first impression, growing your self confidence. Plus, instant manage your first impression hacks. If all it did was, now obviously I'm not going to charge you for a strategy session, but if I did charge you and all it did was show you exactly how to manage your all important first impression that attracts the right man and encourages him to approach you for the first date, would it be worth it to you? Kevin just approached Allison. If all this system got you was to feel free and empowered on a date, would it be worth it? If all this did was show you how to present yourself to attract your right kind of man, would it be worth it? If all it did was give you conversational starters that help you go from first date to soulmate, would it be worth it? I had 2 choices. Make it cheap like lots of other programs online, Well, make it valuable because it's proven and empowering. So, if you were able to meet the good men, what would that be worth to you? How about if you could practice your personal first date to soulmate strategy on the right dates until you attract your soulmate? What would that be worth to you? Introducing 30-minute Date Your Right Man strategy call. Free. You get your personal Date Your Right Man strategy that you can use for the rest of your dating life. Today, 30-minute Date Your Right Man strategy call. Free. Special limited appointments available. You've got two choices: continue as you are or make an investment in yourself. Make your appointment today. 30-minute Date Your Right Man strategy call, free. Special the next 2 weeks because you are on this call with me. The real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Even if it only does half of what I've claimed today, it will pay for itself as soon as you start to see real results in 10 weeks or less. And as if this wasn't amazing enough already, there is more for you. Your bonus 5 guided meditations for a soulmate. 5 guided meditations for a soulmate for the first 20 only. I had to spend hours in traffic jams to get to the recording studio and $2,000 to get this set of meditations for you. But you won't have to because I'm giving you the set free. This is going to make it faster and easier for you to meet and attract your right man. How? Because it will help you focus on what you desire to experience, not on what you don't want. Successful relationships are built on what we think about most. What you're going to get: 10-week Date Your Right Man blueprint, 7 power principles that take you from first date to soulmate, and 10 live calls to help personalize your How to Date Your Right Man blueprint. Patricia Fuqua is your accountability partner. That helps keep you focused on what you desire in relationship. The character code quiz for the first 40 only. The law of attraction. You might be thinking you can't use this because the law of attraction hasn't worked for you. Here's why that's not true and will hold you back from success. The law of attraction is always working. I show you how to work with it to bring you the right man in the relationship you desire. Get started now. 30-minute free Date Your Right Man strategy call, 10-week Date Your Right Man blueprint. You'll get 7 power principles that take you from first date to soulmate, and 10 live calls to help personalize your How to Date Your Right Man blueprint. Patricia Fuqua is your accountability partner that helps keep you focused on what you desire in relationship. Get started now with free 30-minute Date Your Right Man strategy call. Just click on the link my.timetrade.com/book/MP6H1. Plus, the character code quiz, guided meditation, dating secrets, mindset management hacks, conversational starters, managing the all-important first impression, growing your confidence. All this found in the bestseller Second Time Around How to Date Your Right Man blueprint. Instant manage your first impression hacks, 5 guided meditations for a soulmate. Next 2 weeks only, the free Date Your Right Man strategy session. Any questions? Your investment today: free 30-minute Date Your Right Man strategy session. Get your personal Date the Right Man blueprint. Be the woman with a clear vision, backed by a definite plan. Feel tremendous confidence and personal power. my.timetrade.com/book/MP6H1.